Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this new report from Variety, which is all to do with the future of the DCEU. Got some information about Aquaman and the kind of drama behind the scenes, but most importantly, the future of the Justice League and specifically the Flash. So if they're going to be showing up with the same actors or are they going to be recast? We've got the answers here in today's big breakdown video. Okay, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DC videos later this year. So the article that we're breaking down is very long. I'm not going to be going over everything. You guys should definitely go ahead and read it. I'm sure some of you guys have actually read it already because it's all to do with Aquaman 2 and some drama behind the scenes. Obviously this is like a big expose that Variety has conducted themselves, and it's got a lot of little inside scoops as to what's going on behind the scenes with the DCU and obviously the final film in the DCEU, which is Aquaman 2. So let's go ahead and break it down. So this is how it starts. These waters are getting choppy. So on the same day, in mid-September, when Warner Brothers dropped the trailer for its $215 million film Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, embarrassing documents from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial surfaced on Reddit, creating a new headache for the studio behind the film because obviously Amber Heard is in the film. Depp fans paid the court fees for the release of documents from Heard's therapist. The raw notes scribbled on a legal pad were part of last year's high-profile trial in which Depp largely prevailed. They describe a hostile Aquaman set where an allegedly intoxicated Jason Momoa dressed up like Johnny Depp and pushed to have Heard booted from the role of the aquatic superhero Mera. So that's some of the Aquaman drama. I don't want to go into the Aquaman drama properly, but yeah, that's kind of messed up. That is actually very messed up. So I don't know what went on behind the scenes with Aquaman 2, but it just doesn't seem like everything went well, and that's obviously mainly surrounding Amber Heard being there and Jason Momoa being, I guess, inappropriate. And so this isn't a good look from the outside on this film, and obviously I don't think everyone's like super looking forward to Aquaman 2 despite Aquaman 1 being really good. So yeah, that's all in this article. You guys can go ahead and read it. I'm actually going to skip down the article because I'm not too interested in all of that drama. I want to more break down this paragraph, which is later on in the article. And so it goes like this: still, the Aquaman sequel held promise, considering that the character's first outing earned $1.15 billion worldwide, becoming the highest grossing DC movie ever, but sources say the sequel has endured challenges outside of the Heard saga and was testing in the 60s before being recut in the summer of 2022. Despite the overhaul, the film continued to test in the 60s, prompting a new cut. By the way, what they mean by testing is test screenings, and out of like, I guess 100, I don't know how they do the ratings, but it's got 60s, and I guess 60s isn't a very good thing. So the movie is like this echo of Regime, says one insider. They say it's the last remnant of the Snyderverse, and no one really wants to take ownership of it. Reshoots took place right up until this year's WGA strike in May. The on-set source disputes the idea that Aquaman 2 is troubled, noting that the film was on time, under budget, and needed only about a week of reshoots. So there you have it. Obviously there's two contradicting reports about, you know, the behind the scenes stuff of Aquaman. And so it seems like everything went okay according to this source. But yeah, it's true. This is like the last remnant of the DCEU. I wouldn't say the Snyderverse, because the Snyderverse was pretty much over by the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League when that came out. And so yeah, this is the end of the DCEU as we move forward to the DCU. So this is where it gets interesting. So like Flash, Aquaman can't shake its lame duck trappings with the DC universe getting overhauled under new leadership. It goes on to say, in fact, none of the stars cast by Zack Snyder for 2016's Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice and 2017's Justice League, including Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller, and Jason Momoa, will reprise their roles in the new DC universe in character. Momoa may return, just not as Aquaman. and they put a period there, so you know they mean business. This is not just them theorizing, but sources say the actor has engaged in talks to play Lobo either in the 2025 reboot Superman Legacy, written and directed by James Gunn, or in a standalone film, which would be just a Lobo film. And in a confusing twist, Viola Davis, who played Amanda Waller in both the recent Suicide Squad movies, will remain as that character in the Gunn Safran DC universe in the next year's Max series Waller, where she will show up once again, and possibly in the new Superman tentpole film. Another outlier is Gunn's Max series Peacemaker, which will be back for a second season with John Cena in the lead. So let's get back. The most important thing in this article to me was the fact that it says, in fact, none of the stars cast by Zack Snyder, including Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, will reprise their roles in the new DC universe in character. So that's Variety, and this is Variety. This isn't just like some random site theorizing. This is according to their sources. Again, the sources could be wrong. They could have basically interpreted it wrong, and maybe some of those actors will show up for cameos here and there. But according to Variety, as far as they know, the Justice League are probably not going to show up in their current form. So the DCEU Justice League, it will be a different Justice League if the DCU wants to go down that path, which I'm guessing they're going to eventually go down that path. And I think for me, most interesting would be Ezra Miller not showing up as the Flash again. That is huge news if he is potentially going to be recast and they're going to do a new Flash, as well as doing a new Wonder Woman. Obviously we know they're doing a new Superman, and we know they're doing a new Batman, and Aquaman I don't think is going to be a big deal in this new DCEU. But interestingly enough, Momoa may return, and this has been rumored for a while that he could be playing Lobo in some sort of film, and it makes sense in terms of Viola Davis and John Cena coming back, because we know that obviously it's very personal for James Gunn. Like, he made the Suicide Squad film and he made the Peacemaker series. He obviously wants to keep those actors and that story going because it's something that he created himself. It's like if Zack Snyder continued but was doing a reboot, of course he would keep some of his actors, and it just makes a lot of sense. Even though he is definitely nitpicking, he's choosing his favorites over what has come before, and so that's just the way they want to at least start the new DCU. They kind of want it to be a blank slate, but at the same time not be completely blank. So what do you guys think of this news that apparently Ezra Miller might not be returning as the Flash? Are we thinking they're going to cast a new Flash? Is it going to be Barry Allen again, or are they going to go Wally West? Is it going to be something completely different when we next see the Flash? And I'm presuming we will see a version of the Flash in the DCU. I have no doubt about that, and I really hope the DCU goes well so we get all these projects, and I hope, you know, we get to see many new characters, not just the traditional Snyderverse characters that we've had in the past. And so I'm kind of hoping for, if it's not Grant Gustin as the Flash, and that could be a thing that could happen, because James Gunn has said he will take things from DC's past, whether it be films, TV shows or animation. He will take some stuff, he will take some actors, and he will continue it, but it will be a different universe. So there is a chance that Grant could play the Flash, and obviously that would be a dream. Like, he's played the Flash for 9 years, he's got it locked down to a T. Why wouldn't you go for him, in my opinion? I would love to see, obviously, Melissa Supergirl, Steven's Green Arrow. You know, there's many that we would like to see, and I guess there's always a possibility, but I think more likely than not he's gonna probably recast all of these characters and have new actors come in. So who do you think could be a good Flash, and do you think it's going to be Wally West or Barry Allen when the time comes for the Flash to show up? If it's not Grant, like I said, I hope it's Wally West. I hope it's something quite different from the version of Barry we've been seeing in the DCU, because even though I like the Flash film, I've never been a big fan of Ezra's version of the Flash, because they were, you know, quite different from the way at least I imagine them. I guess I see Barry more as like the version that we got in the Arrowverse, with Grant Gustin, and he's quite different. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell if you are new around here, so you don't miss any future videos. Remember, we stream every Thursday. That is the current live stream day, so if you want to join and support the channel, that is the best way to interact with me. So for now, click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.